Hello, and welcome to a new series on this channel. Let's play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, one of the stronger titles from the 6th generation of games consoles. With Metroid Prime 4 hopefully only out about 2 years away, hopefully, I want to tackle the sequel to one of my favourite games of all time on this channel, and also one of the harder Nintendo games made. 7 years before Dark Souls came out and raised the barrier of what could be considered a difficult boss, Prime 2 was providing some of the hardest bosses in gaming. This is going to be a 100% playthrough. I'm going for all items and all the scans. The latter is something I've never achieved before, so it's going to be something I'm going to try and aim for in this playthrough. So, without further ado, let's get into the game. Okay, this is the main menu. It's a very unique style menu too. So how this works is that you move the analog stick to rotate the center, and whichever node is at the front is the option which you can pick with the A button. We have single player, multiplayer, image gallery, and options to pick from. Yes, this game has local multiplayer. And believe it or not, this mode was one of the main reasons I picked the game up in the first place. I'm going to be honest though, the single player ended up far outclassing the multiplayer for me, and that is the subject we're going to cover. So here's my old file, completed on hard mode with 100% pickups. Such a shame to have to start the game again after all this time, but we're going to go ahead and start a new game. On the Trilogy version. I have played the game multiple times on GameCube before, but I've never actually played the Nintendo Wii version that was re-released as part of Metroid Prime Trilogy, so I think I'm going to correct that this time. So here we are in Metroid Prime Trilogy. This is the game selection menu where you can play the original, and my favourite of the three, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, which is the game we're playing for this Let's Play, and its sequel, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. We're going to go ahead and start on Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. There are two difficulties available right off the bat in the Trilogy version. Veteran is actually the original version's normal difficulty. Normal is a slightly easier version of the original game, so they kind of lowered the base difficulty somewhat. Normal is deceptive to say the least, so we're going to be playing on Veteran difficulty. So, without further ado, let's start this Let's Play of Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Mission File 02546. 8 days ago, contact with Galactic Federation Trooper Squad Bravo was lost. Contract agreement. Locate Federation troopers and render assistance. Data confirmation. Last transmission received from a rogue planet located in the Dasher region called Aether. Uploading last known coordinates now. Well, talk about a dramatic start to the game. We've already lost our ship in terms of a big magnetic storm when entering the field of the planet. Okay, so I think I need to go into explanation about what this game actually is, because you might look at this and think this is just another generic first-person shooter, isn't it? Well, on the Wii version, they did add the controls from Metroid Prime 3, but this game did not actually originally support aiming like this. I shall go over the controls now for both the GameCube and the Wii versions. So, to move around, as you would probably expect, you use the analog stick. You can move forward, backward, left and right, but your viewpoint will remain straightforward as always. Press the A button to shoot. A is shoot on both the GameCube and the Wii versions. You can shoot multiple times depending on the weapon, and your rate of fire depends on the type of weapon. You can also hold the button down to do a charge shot, and then release to do a more powerful impact. B button is your jump button. You can use this to get around the environment somewhat. You can also, when strafing, double tap and you will... Oh, no, sorry. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself here. Will be something that comes up a bit later on. So, for now though, on the GameCube version, if you press the Y button, you will fire a missile. On the Wii version, this is the down button on the D-pad. Missiles are consumable ammo. The general beam cannon does not consume ammo, though that may change later on in the game. If you press the X button or the C button on the Wii version as it is, you'll transform Samus into a ball. In this mode, you go into third person and you can roll about the environment. You can also lay bombs by pressing the A button. And you can also boost by using the B button. As the game says here, you can lock onto targets, and this is where things significantly differ. So if we go out of morphle mode for a moment, if you press the Z button on the Wii version or the L button on the GameCube, you can lock onto targets. And this is why it's not so much of a shooter, because most of this game is actually built around the lock-on mechanic. What this actually is an adventure game in the first person. So, as you can see here, we have a cobweb in our way, so if we shoot it, we can break it open, and subsequently so. But I want to go over a few more controls. On the GameCube version, and this is the big difference, if you hold the R button, Samus will move her arm cannon on here like she's doing right now, and you'll be able to look around the environment. On the Wii version, however, this has been replaced with Wii pointer controls, so whenever you're moving, you can turn any time and look where you are, just like a regular first-person shooter would. Now, you have weapon select, which you can do by pressing the plus button on the Wii remote. But as of now, we only have one type of beam weapon, so that's pretty much irrelevant. On the GameCube, this is handled by the C stick. The D-pad on the GameCube, it has the functionality which is reflected on the minus button on the Wii version, which you can change your point of view. So we're in combat view at the moment, we can change to the scanner view, and as you can see, everything is now lit up on some occasions. So anything that is lit in blue or red, you can highlight with your pointer or field of view, whatever's in front of you, and then hold down the L or Z button, depending on your console, to scan the object, and you will get a brief description of the object that you have scanned. So some scanned objects will give you short details and not be too significant, like this particular statue. However, some of these scans will net you a logbook entry. In order to complete this game, you need 100% logbook entry. So this is Samus's gunship. It's a new research entry that's been added to your logbook. Starship Hunter class gunship Vessel registered to Samasaran. Your ship has been damaged. Auto repair function initiated. You can return to your ship to recharge energy, reload weapons, and save progress in the game. Now, you go to the logbook, which is the 2 button on the Wii version and the start button on the GameCube. You get to read a logbook entry. And like the game says, we can go back to Combat Visor for a moment. If we jump up to our ship, we can go inside and fully heal ourselves. We also have the opportunity to save our progress. Game has been saved, energy and ammo are fully replenished. This only happens on your ship. Your ship is one of the... I'm sorry, scratch that. I'm getting confused with other games. You get ammo fully replenished in your ship, but in all save stations you'll be able to replenish your energy. So it's sort of like a good point to get off games, really. Anyway, I've done enough faffing around and explaining about the controls. One more thing I want to mention though is the fact that if you press the Z button on the GameCube or the 1 button on the Wii, you get a map. So, as I said, this is more of an adventure game than a shooter, so you will be relying on this a lot in order to get around the place, unless you're like me and know the map off by heart to some degree. The map does get a bit more complicated later on. Anyway, let's go ahead and make our way into the depths of this planet. If we see a door open, you can shoot it with the beam to make it through. Come to a path here. Scan this here. We are unable to interface with the door control system, so unfortunately we cannot get through this door just yet, but maybe later. It says you need to update your translator files. One good idea is to be on scan visor when you come into a new room, because you never know what you might miss. It is incredibly easy to miss all the scans in this game, and it will get significantly harder later on. Now we've come across a chasm here. This is a point of no return. You cannot go back to your ship after you jump down this chasm. So, I think it's time to find out just what happened here. We've got the ton of crates here. Object scan complete. This is a Galactic Federation crate. These storage units are known for their complex lock systems. Destroy them to discover their contents. So, like the game says, you shoot it, you get the contents, which isn't anything in this instance. And this is a heavy Galactic Federation crate, so these storage units are durable, and only heavy weapons and explosives can damage them. And this is just something to add a bit extra. This game will not tell you too much of its story, apart from a few certain cutscenes. There's a lot of lore in this game, but a bit like Dark Souls in a way, you have to discover it by playing the game yourself, and this scan visor is how you really get the backstory of this game. Ooh, terminated bioform scan complete. Codex genome match splinter. Source of termination, inhalation of industrial grade pesticide. Toxic elements still present in local atmosphere. Maintain suit lockdown for effective life support. Oh. Well, something good didn't happen here. We've got a logbook entry here for the gates. This is the MK6 gate armored defense system. This gate is used with armored security locks. The locks must be neutralized for the gate to operate. The gate is durable, resistant to all but the most potent explosives. This gate is used with armored security locks, which must be neutralized to operate the gate. Gate resistant to all but the most potent explosives, which is what I just read. Okay, so no need to repeat here. So In order to open this is quite simple. You need to use your scan visor in order to progress through the game. This is the armor placing gauge. So once we scan this object here, then the gate will open. So this is the scan which will disable the locks, and it tells you to destroy locks to activate the gates. So I think we need to do just that. And now with the locks disabled, we can progress. I want to see what other things we might have here. Okay. I'm thinking of something that we might... Okay, never mind. I obviously didn't quite remember this game as well as I thought. We have a scannable object here. This is a converted cargo pod gate. This gate was once a part of Starship Cargo Bay. It has been modified for security purposes. It will move when a nearby panel is scanned. Terminated bioform scan. Oh, this is another splinter. Bioscan indicates creature was hit by an unusual amount of weapon fire, more than necessary to kill it. Marines are not prone to such overkill. And if we scan this here, security panel offline, gate control system restored. And now this will move the gate to the open position. Let's progress deeper into this and find out just what happened to the troopers that called us down here. Oh. Now that's just the files. Very haunting music in this place. Okay, we have something important in this room here. This is a map station, which is not a logbook entry in this game, unlike in the original Metroid Prime where you had to scan this. So, we're going to here. And we have downloaded the map for the area. So it says here 1, as I remind you, it's Z on the GameCube version. And the game will automatically show you the map of this area. The map is a 3D rotatable map, so you can move it to see the depth of everything. So it's quite cool in that way. So they've managed to find a way to give you a strong sense of your 3D environment. So as you can see, we'll be progressing through these rooms in the future. And this is quite a large area where we eventually progress all the way around here to this big open area and end up all the way over here. Now, that's where you say we scan a few more objects and see what other logbook entries we can find. Foods may be used for ingenious bioforms for digestive purposes. Shell is vulnerable to weapon fire. Now, you mentioned that, I think we're going to shoot that, and that opens the way forward. Casualty report Sector A. 3 troopers lost. They were unable to open Gate A1 when a gas trap was engaged and could not escape to safety. Lock malfunction is to blame. Communication systems offline. Analysis indicates wiring damage in 3 crucial areas. Local hostiles are likely sources of damage. Unable to repair system. Security gate report. All gates remain intact. Several gates have taken considerable damage from hostile forces. Repeated assaults may lead to a gate breach in chambers A and C. Ventilation system conversion complete. Dispensing of pesticide is commenced. Pesticide is proving effective. Hostile forces decreasing in numbers, though still at critical levels. So, whatever the Galactic Federation are doing down here, it seems to have had an effect on the local wildlife, and a bunch of splinters obviously got into a bit of a war with the Federation. I say we move on to the next room and see what awaits us. Oh. Well, we have some enemies here. We have our first enemy in the game. These I can scan them properly, these are the worker splinters. Drone of the Splinter Hive. Low threat target, generates webbing for use in its duties. The worker splinter is bred for service, not combat. It spends its time collecting foodstuffs and raw material for the hive. A layer of mucus helps to protect the creature from the toxins and chemicals it often works with. They can generate a sturdy, pliable webbing, useful in travel throughout the hive. So yeah, these things are your first major enemies in the game. As you see, you can play it like a first-person shooters, but you can also just press the lock-on button and do it that way. And this poor trooper has met an untimely fate. Terminated bioform scan complete. Codex genome match, standard human. Scans detect extremely high levels of an unknown toxin in target's body. Numerous micropunches in armor and body trace elements of toxin around these areas. Source of fatal wounds, Galactic Federation assault weapon. Trooper was in all likelihood killed by friendly fire. Whether it was an accident or not remains to be seen. Well, I'm sure nothing untoward happened there. I mean, they were just fighting these sprites. So a bunch of splinters here, let's kill these and get them out of the way. Freeform does make it so much easier to aim in this game than the original version, but I would not say that it hampered the original version. In fact, I'm actually a big fan of the original GameCube controls. I actually quite like them, even if everyone felt, oh, well, they're not first-person shooter controls. I don't think that was meant to be the point. This game wasn't trying to be a first-person shooter to begin with. Anyway, if we progress through this door... Something happened here. We've got... Generally, if you see something red, that's probably a very key thing you need to scan. And here we have a logbook entry. We have a Galactic Federation Trooper lore entry. Galactic Federation Marine Corps. Personal log entry GSGTC Benet. Data transferred for your logbook for further review. There's something wrong with the lock systems in this section. They failed twice, locking us out until someone came along to let us in. If it happens again while we're playing bait for those things, well, at least we'll get out fighting, instead of hiding in the control area. Security breach multiple areas, all units to full alerts. Command and control compromise, repel invading hostiles at all costs. All units cleared to engage. Right, so we have this blocking thing here, and we also have a splinter, which is a bit out of reach. And now we cannot get through here as regular Samus, so in this instance, we need to use the Morph Ball. And as you can see, the security panel gate is offline. We have no option here. So why can't Metroid crawl? Because Samus can turn into a ball instead and just roll through it. Now we go after the and my pointers be a bit funny here. Anyway, we can go after the splinters there and chase them down. We do need to remove this gate though, because if you look at the map, it is actually blocking the way we need to go. Scan this trooper here for another log. Galactic Federation Marine Corps. Personal log entry SPCB Reeves. Data transfers to your logbook for further review. I don't like this plan. This hive is a small portion of a larger network. There may be dozens of hive systems like this across the planet, and they may all be linked. Destroying this one may buy us time, but it may also provoke the other hives into attacking. We have troopers around here. No. I'm sure we'll find some other ones later on. There's something clearly happened here that we need to find out about. Scan this guy. Galactic Federation Trooper, 0 life signs. Trooper's armor computer heavily damaged, unable to recover log entries. Well, that sucks. It's the same for this guy too. Bioscan complete. Unknown bioform. 0 life signs. Scans indicate target was recently terminated. 242 wounds from Trooper. High energy weapons detected. Right, so something happened here. There's obviously been a big war between these troopers, and this is clearly what we're here to investigate. Enemy movement analysis complete. Attempts to block enemy access have been in vain. Enemy units have bypassed our gates and shields by burrowing through the earth nearby. I think we've exhausted this area in terms of things we can scan. So let's move on. So yeah, generally you want to try and scan as much as you can because you never know if you might miss something. Some objects can be destroyed by bombs. I went over earlier, you can use bombs by pressing the A button in both versions. What the? Oh. They're webbing the... Oh. Well, this doesn't look good. Engineering status log. Dr. Send reporting. I've installed one of the ship's reserve power cells here. It's holding so far, but too much activity could knock it offline. I hope we don't come to that. Terminated bioform scan complete. Codex genome match splinter. Targets were terminated by a variety of trooper weapons. Unknown biochemical residue present on several exoskeletons. Further research recommended. We've got something red here. This looks quite important, yes. This is a bomb slot. Power system control unit. Insert the morph ball into the slot, then detonate a bomb. This will transfer energy from the slot to the device connected with it. And we pretty much read the entry there. Scan this here. This is another splinter. Blunt trauma to critical areas. Evidence suggests these bioforms were eliminated in close combat by unarmed troopers. I give them credits. I like how every one of these entries is written differently. They're not just copied and pasted the same ones over and over again, which is kind of cool. Well, in some cases maybe they have, but... Right, I want to go over the biggest difference between the GameCube and the Wii version. It says you can use bombs to jump the morph ball. This is the case in both versions. So if you press the A button, it'll let you explode like this. You will jump from the recoil of the bomb. On the Wii version, however, if you flick the Wii remote up, you can jump without needing to use a bomb. It was a feature they added in Metroid Prime 3 and retroactively included in the first two games, which you could say it breaks the game because then you can just drop a bomb in midair, but let's be fair, the height is about the same for both of them. This is a bomb jump, this is a spring jump, so it doesn't really break the game, apart from maybe getting one power up at one point, but we'll get to that at a later point. For now, let's just jump in here and activate this bomb slot. Power restored to gate system, so we can now get back through here. What? What? Morphology Dark Trooper, deceased Galactic Federation soldier. Bioscans indicate terminated life signs in this trooper and their presence of an unknown biomass. Bioscans indicate terminated life signs of the trooper and the presence of an unknown biomass with parasitic tendencies. Though the trooper's armor has been compromised, the bulk of it remains intact. Weapon systems remain online as well. Full parasitic function is yet to be obtained, resulting in low agility and response time. Okay. Well, we have no choice. We have to shoot these things. Wow. I don't know what happened here, but something strange is going on there. The dead trooper suddenly came alive and started attacking us. What the hell's going on? Okay, now, I want to show you something. You can see these are power-ups here. We scan these. Thankfully, they're not logbook entries in this game, unlike the original Metroid Prime. These are small energy units, potentially 10 units of energy. Now, you can either walk straight into these and pick them up. I didn't get to demonstrate this properly, but there's something else you can do with these if I get the chance to show it. If we should go to the morph ball and go back through this tunnel. All the troopers are coming alive, whatever this is. Yeah, that's what I was about to show you. Something cool you can do in this game. If a pickup's too far away and is in an awkward location, you can hold down the A button and the charge beam will act as a cool tractor beam which allows you to pick in now nearby power-ups. It's something that's really useful because the game cannot guarantee where it drops the pickup, so the fact you can access them anywhere is pretty cool. Now, what we want to go through is go back under here. Hopefully none of these troopers come back alive again. And you can see the door's locked here. Door system access denied. Unable to bypass security codes, seek an alternate exit. So we know this has come back online, so we can scan this. Security panel online. Gate control system restores. Moving gate to open position. Oh dear. Well, there's clearly some sort of virus going on here. It's spreading and infecting these dead troopers which are now attacking us. So I want to say you can use missiles to take these guys out quite quickly, but you only have 5 missiles at this point in the game. I would use your missiles sparingly and only when you truly need them. Right, I think we need to find out what exactly is going on here. Why are these dead troopers attacking us? Press further into there. Get a nice big health pickup from these crates. Always shoot the crates because they can always contain something which will help you live. You only have 99 health in this game, so use it wisely. Check around for scannable objects. What? Oh. Wow, that's a bit unusual. And what was that thing that looked like us? What the hell is this? Unknown dimensional anomaly. Anomaly seems to be a dimensional rift. Target destination unknown. Well, it looks like this portal thing, whatever it is blocking our way, so I guess we have no choice but to go through it. Oh. Gear stolen by unknown creatures. Space jump thrusters offline. Grapple beam launcher offline. Multiple boost unit offline. Power bomb generator offline. Missile launcher offline. Multiple bomb module offline. All remaining systems online and active. So yeah, you see some of the power-ups we were using. We do not have them anymore. Whatever those creatures are, they've stolen it. So we're back down to the very basics. We only have a certain amount. We have the power beam and the charge beam. We have, in terms of armor, just our trusty various suits. Morphle systems is just the morphles. We cannot bomb anymore, so we can't jump. Visors, we have the scan visor and the combat visor, so nothing's changed there. In terms of the morphle, the jump function is tied to the bombs in this game, so you cannot springboard to cheat your way out of the situation. They thought that one through a bit when porting this game to the Wii. So yeah, we've lost many of our power-ups, and no, as far as I'm aware, unless you're hacking the game, there's no way to escape that fact. Tunnel is composed of telluric alloy. Combo damage has destabilized the cap considerably. If only we had something that could actually break that down, or we just lost it. Well, that sucks. Gate system malfunction, unit is offline. Gate will not move from current position. Ah, right. Something's needs to happen here to get through. Oh, there is a slight way to go through here. We can still use the morph ball after all. If it's not obvious where to go, the morph ball might just be your answer. And now we're on the other side, and more dark troopers. Yeah, so what I was going to say earlier at the beginning of the game, you can strafe from left to right when locked onto a target, and that allows you to dodge incoming fire. This is going to be your most important weapon in every fight just to come, because you want to take as few damage as possible, so... You know, make sure you're attacking these enemies while dodging. Master the doubles jump straight to side, and you'll be able to get through much of the game. And I think we're coming towards the end of this Splinter Hive section. Is there anything else we need to scan here? I think we're going through this door now. And there is a save station. Let's try and scan this. Save station. Step into these stations to save your game and fully restore your energy. So yeah, I think we're going to call it here for the game. That's it for episode 1 of Let's Play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. We have a lot of questions now. What was going on between the Federations and the Splinter Hive? Why did the Federation troopers suddenly get possessed and start attacking us? What were those weird creatures? What was that portal? Why did a being look exactly like us? Find out next time on Let's Play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes.